So, between the release of Mass Effect Andromeda and some point in the last 3 days, around the end of April, Xbox rolled out a update for the console itself, and part of that update was taking out the Snap an App feature, which allowed me to stream through Twitch, and replaced it with Beam, which is the service they bought, and of course we're now going to push. So, yeah, I don't know how long it will take to do videos now, because it seems like it takes a while for the videos on demand to actually show up through Beam. Yeah, it was just really disappointing. I've been playing the Uprising event on Overwatch, and it's PvE basically, and I collected 26 loot boxes, and I was gonna do a channel update where I opened all of them, and I found out this whole thing about switching to Beam, and so I was like, okay, that's cool. And so I figured, since it's automatically through Xbox, that my account would just automatically set up. And so I did like a 20-minute video where I opened 26 loot boxes. I got several of the Uprising skins. Let's see, I think I got McCree's. McCree's, Divas, or not Diva, but Widows. I don't like it though. Her Talon skin. Prefer the classic. Reinhardt, which I have equipped because it's pretty cool. And I was really hoping to get Mercy's because she's my main character in this game. And I started off with like 700 credits, and her legendary skin is 3,000 credits. And if you know anything about Overwatch loot boxes, you have to get really lucky or really unlucky with lots and lots of duplicates, which makes you lucky because you get more credits for that. And I got down to the last loot box, and I actually got the Mercy skin. And I flipped out. Like, I was marking out so hard. It was like the most unlikely thing to have ever happened on stream to me so far. And then I get on there on the browser site for Beam, and you have to, when you set up a Beam account, you have to check a box that says, yes, I want my streams to be made into videos on demand. So I completely lost that whole 20-minute thing. And so I was very upset. And so I did another video that was like 10 minutes long, you know, kind of griping and complaining the whole time and showing off the stuff that I had picked up. And I don't think I got tracers. Yeah, I didn't get tracers. And I didn't get any of Torb's either, I don't think. Yeah. He has 2 rares that are both 3,000, so good luck if you don't get them in the loot boxes. And for some reason, the video on demand, or VOD, didn't capture for the 10-minute video. So now I'm freaking out because I'm thinking, how am I going to have a YouTube channel besides making comic book videos? And thankfully it's figured out now, or it seems to be fixed, whatever the problem was. But yeah, so I'm on Beam now, unfortunately. There's like nobody on Beam, so I don't even know why they bothered, but until they bring Twitch back, I will be on Beam. The thing I do like about the Beam is the Beam. The thing I like about Beam on Xbox is the chat window is a lot smaller and it's opaque, so you can actually see through the chat window. The Twitch version, it took up like a fifth of the screen and it was just stark white, so it was like blinding when you're trying to play a game, you know. So it has that going for it. And let's see what else. I feel like there's like follower notifications and subscriber notifications already built in. You have to be a pretty big time streamer, it seems like, to apply for partnership, because it says like you need to have 300 viewers on every stream basically to be a partner. So that's never going to happen for me. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to update that I've gotten through Andromeda twice now. Had a little scare with that. I beat an enemy too fast. I was playing New Game Plus on narrative difficulty, just to see the different choices, plot choices and stuff, without having to spend hours and hours on killing stuff and fighting enemies. And I beat like a sub-boss enemy too fast, so that the plot hadn't caught up to it yet. Like there's an event that happens while you're fighting the boss, and the event didn't finish. And so it was saving that I beat the boss and trying to load the rest of that at the same time, I think. And it basically soft locked the game, and I tried to, like, what am I trying to say? I completely lost my train of thought. I tried to reload an earlier save, and because the game was trying to autosave that I beat that sub-boss, over and over again, I just had a whole wall of autosaves. And so I was like, okay, I'll just quit out of the game. And when I quit out of the game and went back in, what is this highlight? What in the world was that? Anyway, so I get back to the main title screen and I press A to start. Doesn't load. It just sits there on an infinite load loop. And now I'm thinking, oh my god, what have I done? And what are these highlights? I guess the highlights must be broken on Uprising. What the heck? Anyway, so I was like, okay, I just lost my 100% save and my 100 plus hour original save. And so that was quite, okay, so no more highlights, I guess. Oh, there we go. That's a good thing to leave it on. So I'm thinking, crap, I just lost that. But just in case, let's play another game and make sure. So I loaded up Forza Horizon 2, which I have digitally installed. And it had the same thing, where I'd get to the press A to start screen and I'd hit A and it was on an infinite load loop. And I'm freaking out now because I'm thinking like I messed up my Xbox completely. And what it ended up taking was a hard reset where you hold down the power button for 10 seconds and turn it back on, and that, whatever that did, like, I don't know much about computer hardware, but I'm guessing it cut the power to whatever happens to save a game. and so that fixed the situation because the game had kept saving over and over again, and when I quit out of the game, the process that does that was stuck in a loop, and so I couldn't load anything either. And so I also uninstalled Mass Effect Andromeda just in case, and but of course I don't think that had anything to do with it. It was just the saving problem. So I only lost, in the end, overall, I only lost like maybe 20 minutes of gameplay because I had to load from the start of the mission. So, whew, that was very lucky. First time through, I romanced Peevee, and then second time was Vetra. And Vetra is, I would say, my favorite companion. She does a lot of background damage, I think. She doesn't have anything splashy like biotics or grenades that she throws or anything, but she sprays this huge like machine gun fire bit that might be turbocharged power, I don't know, but yeah, she has the best dialogue. That's the most important part, and her voice actress is really good. So I'm thinking probably sometime this week I might just do kind of a rambling video where I talk about Andromeda and what's next for Andromeda and Mass Effect in general. Because it seems like they dropped, man, like 5 or 6 different clues about forthcoming content, so it would be kind of crazy to not like follow up on that stuff. It also seems like at least the next game will take place in Andromeda, so the Helios cluster, excuse me. So, not all of it might be answered in DLC, but there's definitely one or two things that stand out as like, this is coming, be ready, and I'll talk more about that in that video. Maybe while I run around and do some tasks or something. One of the stream ideas I have for Beam is doing a casual speedrun of Mass Effect Andromeda. It's about 2.5 hours, maybe 3. I haven't tried it yet, but the current records are like 2 hours, so yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to update what's going on, and because I don't have a comic book video to put up or anything, and yeah, that's really all that's going on with me. Another idea in the coming soon is I'm gonna be doing some Stardew Valley streams, probably through Xbox. I haven't tried on Twitch with Stardew Valley, because that would involve having Chrome open. It would involve having, well, I guess I could do Twitch chat on my phone. I'd have OBS at the very least, and that's kind of a pain in the butt for some reason. And Stardew Valley barely loads unless I have nothing else on. Like if I quit out of Chrome and Skype and everything else, and Stardew Valley and Steam are the only things running, then Stardew Valley loads like a dream. So that's why I'm thinking about doing it on Xbox, because it'd be nice to start over from fresh and have a more reliable streaming platform. So, anywho, this has gone on way too long, and as usual. So, yep, hope you guys are doing alright. Let me know if there's anything you want to see from me on Xbox One. I have quite a few games for it now. I'm also thinking about doing a Life is Strange series, even though I've already beat it twice. Because my brother hasn't played it, and I think he and his wife would really enjoy Life is Strange, so I might do a no mic stream of that, but we'll see what happens. It'd be kind of hard to play it and like not accidentally joke about something that happens later in the game and spoil everything, so we'll see. Yeah, 15 minutes is long enough, far long enough, especially since I didn't have anything really to say or show. So this has been POD7, and I'm signing out.